My name is Shinji Kosaka, and I work at a small nail factory in town. I started working right out of high school, and the CEO recruited me. How's everyone holding up? The CEO would often show up in the office and check up on everyone. He truly valued his employees, and as a result, his employees trusted him. According to the CEO, my employees are all my kids. They work hard, so the factory runs itself. We need to take care of each other and our relationships. He truly valued trust and relationships, even among our clients. So, enough about our company. Let's talk about my home life. I'm home! My wife had been acting strange. After about 3 years of being married, we stopped talking to each other. To be more specific, she just kind of ignored me if I talked to her, or she would shrug me off. The reason is simple.
I saw my husband's ugly face. Ugh, I feel like vomiting. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to be happy with you.
How terrible. I'm so sorry for you, you poor thing. Come over to my place right away.
She was in the middle of having an affair. She would wear provocative underwear and stopped taking care of things around the house. She suddenly had more parties with co-workers. She clearly wasn't interested in having any physical relationship with me. She just wouldn't get it on with me, etc. It was just clearly suspicious and spelled out affair. But no way, right? However, I was dumb enough at the time that I believed we were just having a rough patch. And although we were having a rough patch, I saw her phone left on the table.
I want to break up with that ugly, good-for-nothing husband and marry you.
Yeah, I don't want to see you with that ogre of a man either. I wish I could just take you away with me.
I'm gonna do my best to hang in there till you're good to go, okay, Takun?
Hang in there, okay, sweetie? I'll save you once I'm promoted.
Huh? I found out she was cheating for sure. And in that same moment, I felt my feelings for her disappear. I made it so that her phone would forward all messages to my phone real time and put the phone back. It was about a month after I found out she was cheating. I already hired a PI to investigate her. By next weekend, I would hear back from them. Just you watch, you no-good sack of shits. I made sure I would get my revenge on the two. That weekend, I went to a local cafe with the PI. I received the results of the investigation. This was the first time I found out who my wife was having an affair with. His name was Takao Suzuki, a 35-year-old single man working at a trading firm. I was surprised when I saw the name of the company he worked at. Wow, this is... I think I get it now.
Is something the matter?
Oh no. Thank you for the diligent work. I had seen the man's company before. I left the cafe and walked straight to my CEO's office. I told him that I would be busy a little bit taking care of business and everything about the affair. So yeah, this was the company that you were talking about before, right?
It absolutely is. The name's familiar too. Who knew that he would do that with your wife of all people?
It seems like it wasn't just my problem, so I decided to report back to you.
Aye, thanks. I warned him time and time again. It seems like no matter what I say, it's not going to be of help. I've made my decision.
I see. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to drag your company into this.
It's alright. I'm sure it was just our time to cut ties with him.
I started my revenge on the trash that were committing adultery. First, I would take care of the man. 2 days later, I received a phone call. It was the company that we were working with.
Why is our deal off? Explain yourself!
Hello. Thank you for doing business with us before. You should probably talk to Mr. Suzuki. He'll tell you exactly what's going on. I have work now, so I'll be leaving. Goodbye. The client was clearly upset, but I ignored him and hung up. 2 hours later, I got another call from the client.
I asked him, but he said he didn't know. What did he do?
Oh, okay, he's going to play dumb. That's alright. However, just so you know, my company and any of our child companies will be cutting ties with your company and all of its affiliates. I'm sorry for your loss. He called a little less angry, but I told him what we had decided and hung up. Another hour later, this time Suzuki called me.
I'm Suzuki. I worked sales with your company. What right do you have cutting ties with our company? Who do you think you are?
I don't have any right to do anything. The contracts were terminated because our CEO decided to terminate them. I'm just the messenger.
Then tell me the reason.
If you want me to tell you why, then you should probably come over and ask in person instead of trying to just finish it over the phone. If you really want to know, please come to our factory. Bye, Ta-kun.
What? Huh? What? Wait!
He seemed startled, but I just hung up. Later, apparently the CEO received a phone call and made a time and place to have a meeting. 9 a.m. the next day. Suzuki, his boss, and the CEO of the company all came to the meeting. We exchanged our greetings before moving to the main subject. So we were here because we wanted to know why you terminated our contract.
If you just keep saying, ask Suzuki, we won't be able to actually figure it out. He hasn't done anything wrong, and he says he doesn't know what you're talking about. Right, Suzuki?
The boss and CEO were both pretty frustrated at me, but Suzuki looked very guilty. I started showing the results of my little investigation to them. Maybe this will help? This is Mr. Suzuki. The one next to him is my wife. And these are screenshots of my wife and Mr. Suzuki's texts. Here's another photo of them coming out of a hotel together. This was a photo in the car. This was on company time using a company car. You don't think that that's any sort of issue?
No, I didn't know that she was married.
But you specifically mentioned husband in your messages. The man just clammed up and all of a sudden started begging.
I'm so sorry. I just lost control and I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh, I'm not mad. If anything, I'm glad someone will take that trashy woman off my hands. Thanks.
No, that's not...
What? You're gonna save her from me once you're promoted, right? Go ahead. Take her. I don't need her anymore. He looked pale in the face, and the CEO, along with his boss, had their turn to chew him out.
You! How are you going to take responsibility for this?
I took so much care of you guys, and you betrayed us? Oh, you guys aren't going to act like you're the victims here, are you? Right, sir? Aye. Our CEO showed up quietly behind us and started talking. You guys, I've warned you time and time again about this, but you wouldn't listen. That's how this happened in the first place. Yes, the CEO and boss didn't know exactly who he was sleeping with, but they knew about the affair and quietly let it go. He drove the company car to a place where there weren't many people, but they were having fun in the middle of the day, so the CEO had spotted them before. Clearly, it would be difficult to trust a company that's allowing that to happen. He had taken an appointment specifically to warn them of the situation. You betrayed our trust, and thus betrayed our business. I hate people like that. People make mistakes in life. You should fix it while you can. I mean... but come on, the proof is kind of iffy.
As far as the car thing, we'll look into it, so just leave it alone.
Okay, then if something happens as a result, you're okay with me completely terminating deals as a sign of distrust? They laughed his whole warning off. And now this happened, and they're pretending like they were completely caught off guard. However, we had warned them, and my CEO just did as he said he would. So in conclusion, we won't work with you. I've warned you, and you agreed. No complaints. We will take measures against Suzuki. We'll reconsider our behavior as well. Please, think it over. I truly value trust between clients and customers. And I warned you before to fix it before it was too late. You chose to ignore it. I'm sorry, but my decision is final. They were still saying something in the background, but we chased them out. We made sure to completely cut ties with any of their companies at all. I got home, and my wife had made dinner for me. I could tell that she was just trying to make herself look good, so I decided to give her a taste of reality. Ah, you heard from Suzuki that you got found out, huh? Ta-kun is gonna come save you soon.
You just always worked, and I was sad. It was just because I was a little lonely.
Yeah, I used to go out with you on the weekends until you started having an affair, and I talked to you all the time. I finished work on time and came home. Even when I was late, I made time to talk to you. When were you lonely?
I don't want a divorce. I'm never getting a divorce.
I'm going to hire a lawyer anyway. So if you want to talk, you can talk to me through him. You've got Ta-kun, right? Just have him come over and save you. She went to her room and quietly started packing her things. Hey, wait a second. I stopped her as she was leaving. I don't know what she thought, but she suddenly hugged me.
Thank you. From now on, I'm gonna...
No. I want to check to see if you're not taking things you shouldn't be taking. Figures. I found keys to the house, credit and debit cards in my name, and our joint account cards as well. I took it all from her, and I paid her the $100 for her to make it to her parents' place. I gave it all to my lawyer, and the divorce was done. She got no money at all. I also made sure to ask for damages, in addition to all of the money that she spent under the guise of living expenses. It wasn't as much as Suzuki had to pay, but it was still hefty. Suzuki? He had to pay $20,000. I made sure he paid as well, and my revenge was complete. The three stooges showed up at my CEO's office again. Please forgive us with this. Look, I've warned you time and time again, and you didn't listen, so I cut ties. I don't care how much money you bring or how many times you come back. I'm not going to do any business with your shitty company, so get out! He apparently had $50,000 in an envelope to bribe my CEO, but he was furious and chased them away. The two who were having the affair apparently live together now, but Suzuki didn't go back to work because he was too depressed, so he basically just lives off of her. My ex-wife still messages me saying she wants to fix things, but I got tired of it, so I blocked her. That felt good. Alright, I'm gonna work hard today. I work hard at my job to repay my boss for what he did for me. I'm going to take care of Trust even more than before and face my job responsibilities.
Thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Bye!